Hi, in today's video, I will be talking about a bad decision that I made 6 years ago in picking a niche. We'll talk about why this was a bad decision and how important it is to pick the right kind of niche for yourself. No matter how much content, if you have 95 posts, if you've done 20 over the last 6 months, no matter what you have done, if it's the wrong niche, you're going to get maybe a poor performance, a performance that doesn't make you any money. So we're going to be looking at performance on this website and why I picked this website and the training I've involved. It's also going to look at some real figures on money I've made from this website in the last 6 years. So without further ado, let's move on into today's video, why it's important to pick the right niche and things to avoid when doing it. In today's video, I will be doing a case study, and the reason I'm doing this is that I received like 3 or 4 emails just in the last couple of days from marketers that I respect, that I've taken training from, that I've purchased training from in the past. And what I want to do in this video is we will go through some of the results I have from taking these courses, from doing things right, I believe. But then also there's one big giant elephant in the room. So the white elephant I'm referring to that's in the room is choosing the correct niche. What is your correct niche? What will work for you and why it will work for you, and why right here, the site that I've built and spent a lot of time, why this doesn't work the way that I've been taught that it should work. There's only one thing that was missing, and that is not the work, not the effort, not the content, but that I should probably have never picked this niche in the first place. So stay tuned. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. How important is choosing the correct niche or the correct niche for your blog, your website, for your project that you're attempting to make money online with. So that's what we're going to cover, how to pick the best niche or niche, however you want to say it, for your internet marketing career. And what you're going to do is to make money is you have to do all the training that's involved, but you also have to, as they say here in this email I just got in yesterday, pick a narrow niche. So this is George from Digital High Road saying, if you get some value from this video today, please give me a thumbs up, like the video. Don't forget to reach over there and subscribe as well. Hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I publish another video that has value, like this video today, value to help you make money online. So let's look at what caused me to start thinking about doing this video. Number one, we're going to look at this. This is an email from a marketer I've bought products from before. One product was over $1,000. It was excellent training, but I never made a cent really from the site that I created from this site, from the training that this person had. But the training is correct. Number one in this email, as they say, make sure you pick a narrow niche. Second, what they're saying is plan an exit, a pretty fast exit. Now that's their goal right now today, and then not use Amazon as your mainstay affiliate marketing program. And we're going to talk about that as we move on here. So we're going to look at some of the training I've taken in the past, and then we'll look at some results I have from my websites right now, and then we'll talk about the truth about making money online. So in this training, this is actually a summary of a half-year program that I took part in 2018 into 2019. This was a 45-week program. This PDF is 342 pages long. As you can see, everything is covered in this. This was a very extremely thorough course. So why does it not work? Well, very often these courses don't work because people don't put the work in, or they have the wrong mindset, or as in my case, they picked the wrong niche. They picked a niche that was something that they wanted to be part of, that they knew about. I'm going to show you an email response. This course initially started, we were trying to pick out, this trainer was talking to me about, she was talking about ideas for niche marketing and affiliate marketing, and this was using Amazon. So I decided to use, she says, if you're comfortable with the weather station niche, it's yours. You can move on to the next step, blah, blah. It was in the course before this course. This course followed it a year and a half later. And we were talking about competition and all the stuff that she was teaching about in the course for what you had to do to pick out the correct niche. Okay, so the correct niche. What is the correct niche? The correct niche is probably going to be a balance between your skill level, your training, your information, things that you know about, that you're comfortable with, and then your ability to step out of your comfort zone and be willing to take on a subject to the point of being bored with it because you're posting content day in, day out, week in, week out, until you get enough attention, enough traffic to it, that you have built a site that is extremely thorough and well placed in the market and getting the attention from Google. Now, this is a Facebook course that I took. And again, the interest grabber, and they're talking about having the correct niche, the correct niche that people have interest in, that people need to have passions in to pursue. Okay, so back on December 6th, 2018, this was about a year and a half after I worked a lot on this weather station site, that I did an analysis through a tool called Traffic Travis. And if we scroll down through, you see all the rankings. But most of these are Bing and Yahoo, which have a lot lesser traffic than Google. You can see all the number ones for keywords, pages, and then start dipping down to number 3s, 2s, and so far there's been nothing from Google. These are all Bing, Yahoo, Bing. Okay, so it's going to take, we start getting down to 4s and 5s before you're going to notice anything comes up for Google. There's the first one. Keyword weather station poll, number 4. Previously 3, and the page that it comes from. Anyway, Google's going to show up more now. Google. You see it's 5, 6s. These are still first page, but most of this have to do with weather station mounting. And there's some 8s, and then 10. That's the end of first page rankings, and then you're going to see things disappear. And then from there on out to 36, very little rankings at all for anything. And these are, again, mostly Bing and Yahoo. We want to look at what the site looks like. So George Loves Weather was the domain I purchased back in 2016. It was the site I worked on. It's the site that you see now today. It's got lots of content on it. It's fully developed. Lots of product reviews. Information on kids and weather. Weather station mounting is still the winner, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I want to show you the posts. I have 95 posts published here, so it's not like there's a lack of content here. And I've had people even do evaluations on my site where they, from another training program, and the woman talks about how great my content is. In fact, let's look at that real quick. Okay, so the evaluation is here, and Robin's talking about
your blog posts are very informative. There's some of them are all over my head, but they're very informative. You've got a lot of content on here. I think the main thing and the reason you're not making more money.
Okay, so that's what the site evaluation looked like. That's what the site looked like back then. So she was commenting about how good the content was. It was a bit above her head. It was at that point in time that I was realizing that this was a very narrow niche, and maybe the traffic that I needed to make big time money wasn't there. And what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you some of the monies I was making, because this is basically monetized through Amazon. I tried several times to get part of the manufacturer's programs, but they told me I didn't have enough traffic. So it's kind of like the age-old catch-22 situation. If you get more traffic, then we'll let you have the ability to be an affiliate for them. If not, then you're stuck with what they were telling you. Basically, you're stuck with what you can do, which is Amazon. Now, Amazon is making pennies on the dollar, and it got worse a couple years ago. But we'll look at that in a second. But you can see the content. These are all fully maxed out. The pages are full of content, pictures, full of videos, just, everything a person could want, information about this certain subject. Each page is like this. I've done a yeoman's amount of work to make these posts. These are all starting right here, from here all the way to the top. These are all new posts this year. So, and has that helped me? Well, we'll take a look at that and show you that it hasn't really helped out very much at all. Okay, so George Loves Weather site results, plus I had another site, Western Horse Riding, going to. So starting in April 1st, 2016, 57 cents for that month. As we moved into, we had $12.78 in September, $3.87, $1.44, $10.34 for 2016. Then for 2016 Christmas, for December, $88. So you see I had some results there around Christmas, but you can see they're small amounts. This is real. You see there's 85. Again, that's for December 2017. So it's a higher traffic time. In 2018, there's a 67. Now these are for two sites I could look at and show you how it goes for 1 month for one site. But you can see that these are small amounts, and this is nowhere near what I would need to live on. And you can see it through 2019. Let's look at current month. So we're up to this year. You can see $21, $15, $16. And that's during the whole time of me adding all the content to the site. So currently this month is the best month I've had in probably 3.5 years. And I'm at $57 for this month. But you can see Western Horse Riding, both of those, and Comfy Cats is from the George Loves Weather. But if we look at the earnings, you can see the several products here being sold. Most of them are miscellaneous products. They have nothing to do with horses or with George Loves Weather. So that's kind of like the results, real results that are happening. Okay, so the rest of real results, we're in Google Search Console. We're at georgelovesweather.com. Over here, we're in Performance. This is the last 12 months. As you can see, it was about here I started writing extra content. And has anything increased? No, in fact, it's pretty much the same as it was before. Now, average position back over 12 months, 31.7. And if I come in here and change that to the last 3 months, we're at 28. So we've moved up with all the added content that is zeroed in on keywords that I was ranking for. I've climbed from 31 to average 31 to an average 28. And I've upped my click-through rate from 1.5 to 1.6. And you can see again, this is pretty, this is 6 clicks, 12 clicks. These, as we move through per week, per day, whatever, that is really not good. That's why I'm not making that much money at all on the sites, because I'm doing everything correct with the site, but it's the wrong niche. It's not a niche that I can make the kind of money I need to with the size of the site being what it is. And if you check most of the sites that are getting performance right now from Google for weather sites. They are the manufacturer sites and Amazon's and like that. Let's move into the next. We're going to take a look at what I did wrong and what you need to do to make it right as we summarize this case study for picking the correct niche and how important it is. So from my latest training that I've taken, here's the real skinny, I guess, if you will, on niches. Broad niches are vague and non-specific, such as weight loss. Micro niches are narrow and easily identifiable. The audience, like lose weight with juice diet. The audience can be, because you know exactly what the audience wants, you can create promotions for them to make it easier to relate to them. You make more money from featuring products that are specifically work on solving a problem, whether it be relationships, personal health, or things that people get super emotional about, super wrapped up in. And then the thing I said too is you need to fall in love with boring, because it's going to be boring. You have to write about these subject matters day in, day out. I mean, I have to write about weather station mounting ideas day in, day out. That's what most of those posts were for my site. So just some things to think about. Good examples of a good micro niche are oil painting for beginners, beer home brewing, core advertising expert, organic soap making, breastfeeding help, compared with art, alcohol, make money online, crafts, parenting, photography, garden, education, travel, homeschooling in England, travel tips for New York City. Those are kind of things that you need to think about. The niche will be successful if you have that criteria. You need to have products that are available on Amazon or somewhere else that you can get approved. So the best thing to do is to be able to sign up to be an affiliate for the products that you're going to be trying to sell or that you will be selling on your website. I would suggest maybe looking at sites such as Amazon, such as ClickBank. It's easier to get approved for these accounts. Share a Sale also has a lot of pre-approved products you can search out. They have lots and lots of different product lines to choose from. I mean, just look at them here, down here on the left. You can also go to something like Digistore24. There's a large marketplace there of products you can get the affiliate rights to sell on your site. Or like Sell Health. Sell Health also has numerous products that you can sell and get approved to sell as easy as anything else as well. So that's what I would suggest would be to look at Sell Health, Digistore24, Share a Sale, ClickBank, or Amazon are 5 of the easiest places to get signed up to sell products for. And again, you'll have to have a site that has products that are represented here. You see, like when I did the George Loves Weather, I realized that there weren't that many weather stations and other products that I could try to sell. And if truth be known, I've sold a lot more mounting station poles and stuff like that than I have actual weather stations on my site. So if your site's about weather, or if it's about health products or relationships or whatever, that's what you want to do. The key to success is having a narrow niche that you are able to develop lots and lots of content from. Fall in love with being bored, because you're going to be writing a lot of content week in, week out to get Google rankings. But if you have the products to sell and you have good content, it'll all equal together into a successful niche market. I hope you got something from this video today. I was trying to show you what I've done and what didn't work and why it didn't work in this case study. If you did, please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. And also reach over there and smack that bell icon solidly so that you get notified every time I publish a new video that helps you in learning about how to make money online. So thanks for watching today. We appreciate it. Take care. God bless.